And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
off the hook and you don't really want none. But if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. And I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go! Ready? 97's the mic. 97's the mic.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
80 weapon.
Make these babies cry all the way back home.
Hey, alert 3. Yeah. Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge. No. Off. Pick the edge. Come. Wheel. Check hot route. Squeeze. Sponge. No. Edge, yeah. Out.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 29-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Check nickel. Let's go.
That was second down run for Murray. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 24.
45 yards. First down, Broncos.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check 43.
First carry for Royce Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Browns' 25-yard line.
Ready? 60 yards.
Watch it.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Safety's creeping.
Shoot.
On 2nd down, it's Murray. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Here we go, D.
Go.
Motion.
Get it.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Deshaun Hamilton. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
The game at 7. Matthew McCrane set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And some room to maneuver. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still...
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
And it is still early, just the 1st quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Tony Pollard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
To try again after the sack. Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Look at me. Go. SOS.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Locke. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. 20, 10, 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And I would say they went 3-and-out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3-and-out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1-and-out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7, and the Broncos first down.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
21, Broncos 7.
On the ready. Mike's 40. I'm trying to collect. 5.
On first down, Murray. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready to break.
40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Now to the air. Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Slam, slam, slam.
Go, go.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Check 24, check 24. Shift.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Got it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At the 24-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
61, matchbox lights. Get it.
Murray. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Game time.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Watch the screen. Check 52.
Bravo.
40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Speed grip.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. McKenzie now to return it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18 Gator. 18 Gator. 47. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. West. Go. 47's the mic, boys. 47. Go. 47. All right. Go. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tony Pollard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. 40's Mike. 40's the mic. 40.
Hey. High 7. Let's go.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Emmanuel Sanders, a gain of 14.
Okay, ready?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Murray. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
17 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
Ready, set.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line.
Check 26. Check
Leo.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Airing it out for Hamilton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Watch the ship. Joker. Kill, kill, kill. Big edge, big edge, big edge. Go. Motion. Go. Here we go. Kill, kill, kill. Kill. Yeah. Motion. Hey, motion man. Put your hands on it.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard.
Rush in. Watch out.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tony Pollard on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the 38, Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Hey, foxtrot.
Let's go. Hey, let's go.
To throw on third down, Locke. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Browns take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Got it. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. I got you. Yes. Echo.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own, and to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it. And he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
Rotate, spell. Under crunch. Go.
On second down, it's Pollard. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Tony Pollard, 47 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Mike 29. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, Charlie.
29 is
X3. 218. Chopper.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check. 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 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Tag.
Shoot.
On first down, Herndon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
4 down. Easy. Get it.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Set, ready.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, we got tight left, tight left. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
On first down, Locke. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Hey, Alpha. Ready.
Here's Locke. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
You're going to see me in your nightmares.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike.
Ready to go.
Here it comes.
Head up.
On second down, Herndon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
2 yards. And it's third down.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby.
Hard, hard.
Check.
Hit it.
From the gun on third down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back up.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 81 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Here, hey, Sam on.
Check 49. Check 49.
Six don't travel.
6 guys.
Five.
On second and 15 now. Locke, he's got his big tight end, Fant. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On third down, it's Freeman, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Coming.
45's the mic.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw it is Locke. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, motion.
Jackson now. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Buddy up. Mike, 4-7's the mic.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, check Mike 47.
Hayward.
47. You ain't got nothing. Yo, Mike, boy, 47.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
47.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
25 yards on the play. That's good for a Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
4-7's the mic.
That's it. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Hey, check Mike 47. Go. Mike 47. Here we go.
Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Watch that.
Check three. Safe. Slam.
Check. Yeah. 25. Check 25.
Neil. Shit.
On 2nd down now, Pollard. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
I got you. Check 31, check 31. Switch. 64. Wait. Mike 47. You. 47's a Mike. 47's a Mike. Bravo. Watch the slam.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Jackson from the shotgun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
This is taken at the 15. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
80 weapon. Check 37. Check 37. Ready.
Lock now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth.
Go. I got it. 24 is the mic. Man, I got you. Smooth.
Throwing on third and long. Block. He's got this complete to Hamilton. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Here's Murray. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Watch the safety creep.
At the 14-yard line.
Now. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lock. It's caught by Sanders. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Ready. 70, Indy.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Get that quarterback. And up. 5.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, Haywood.
Move. 4 down.
Hey, lock it.
4 down. 4 down. Check the back. Check the back.
Hey.
24 is the mic.
So don't say
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
You can't block me. 40's the mic. Squeeze.
now.
Get this. Mike's 40. Hey, man. Watch the move.
Locke now on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Yo, hatchet.
47's the mic, boys. Check, 47.
Yeah. You don't want none. Zoom. Mike's 47. Mike.
Now Jackson to throw again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
47 Mike. Mike 47. It's been a long day for you.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
together, defense. Let's get it together. 97's the mic.
Jackson will throw again. Open man is Switzer complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
On the set.
97's the mic.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On second down, Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Check 99. Check 99.
Yes.
Motion. Hey, alert 3.
Hey, watch edge. No. Squeeze. Take off.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself.